Wow, what a lovely new day. Oh, there's a new event in Pixel Gun. I forgot. Wow, I can't wait to see what the community has to say about. Well guys, I thought I was going to be waking up today and making a video about how Ultimatum returned, but no, this is much better. Yeah, so if you guys don't know, there's a new event for Grand Harvest, or called Grand Harvest, and in this event, once you reach the final tier and go past it, you will be able to win these super overpowered chests, which give you a lot of keys, or even Ultimatum. Now, Ultimatum has a 1 in 10,000 chance of dropping, so your odds are very, very low, just so you know. In fact, here are the odds for everything. Looks like Cyclops Sling also has a 1 in 10,000 chance of dropping, which is annoying because Cyclops Sling sucks. Keys are also a 1 in 10,000 chance, and then mostly everything is a 1 in 10 chance of dropping, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, you actually have a good chance of getting some Black Dragon armor, which is a pretty good armor set. So tomorrow I'm going to make a video on the new cluster grenade. I will make that video as soon as possible for you guys tomorrow. So you're definitely going to want to smash the like button on this video and subscribe with notifications on, so you guys can be the first to see the new cluster grenade in action. However, it is common with an efficiency of 5, so I don't really know how good it's going to be. Cooldown 1 second? What? And also, everyone, for free daily rewards and up to 20% more currency that you can get in game, go ahead and use my web store link down in the description. It would greatly support the channel. You guys can get more gems, keys, coins, and yes, Pixel Pass tickets, all for cheaper than you can get in game. There's also a few starter pack bundles, and occasionally there will be some insane deals in there, so you definitely want to check back on a regular basis. And I mean, of course, who doesn't love free daily rewards? Okay, back to the video. But yeah, surprisingly, the main thing we have to talk about today is not the Grand Harvest event. It's the new changes to the event set, which have now been doubled in prices, and also the lottery, which is insane. So now winner's chest can give corn, which I believe you get 5 corn for winning a match. So basically, if you play 50 games, if you win 50 games and get 250 keys, you have a chance to win 7 of those games back, or even 4 of those games back, which is a horrible trade-off. On top of that, you can now win keys or coins in winner's chests, which is something that the community fought very, very hard to get rid of. If you guys remember that was something we were asking for like years, and then they finally did it, and now they're back. But probably the most infuriating change that people have noticed is that now weapon parts are from 25 to 75, which is a pretty substantial nerf. Someone did the math, and apparently now you have to do 67% more grinding in order to win all the lottery weapons in this event. Also guys, I did the math, and now fighter's chests are more efficient for winning weapon parts than winner's chests. Just in case you want to know why that's the case, the lowest amount of parts you can win in a fighter's chest is 10, and that costs 50 keys. The lowest you can win in a winner's chest is 25, and that costs 250 keys. So if you spend the same amount of keys on winner's chests, the lowest amount of parts you could win would be 50 as opposed to 25. So quite literally double. So yeah, basically this is just way better for winning parts in general. So fighter's chests are the way to go. So yeah, as you guys can see there, the math isn't mathing. Now, I'm going to get into some more changes that have happened, or just announcements that also show how the math isn't mathing. But before I do, I just want to say, I am completely in the middle with this event. I'll get into why, but I want the developers to know that this is not a hate video. It is a feedback video that I'm going to be going over, and also like giving a voice to the players, because I can, with beyond a shadow of a doubt, say that the players are outraged right now. So this change is definitely pretty bad, as most players see that's the problem here. Most players see this as a very, very bad change, and I believe the developer said like, hey, this change is for the better. However, they didn't elaborate on that at all. And I just want you guys to know, I am also in the dark. I had no idea this was happening. Our community manager had no idea this was happening. They couldn't prep. So it's kind of like a thing where I'm going to be trying to explain it, but I don't really know, just to kind of hopefully gauge what's going on. But yeah, basically this is a feedback video because I had no idea this was happening, and a lot of people didn't. And I think that's my first point of feedback, is stuff like this has to be announced prior to releasing, or at least clarification needs to be made on why these changes were made, because as a YouTuber, actually most YouTubers right now are completely unable to back this decision. Like, I can't see why this was made. I mean, I'll get into why I'm in the middle, but still, like, it doesn't make sense. So let me just read the announcement that Why Are You Russian, who is a developer, he made this in the Discord server. Dear players, we couldn't ignore your reaction to the change and the cost of new content, and we hasten to clarify this. Also, we certainly apologize on behalf of the community team for not properly notifying you of these changes. There we go. They acknowledge that there's a communication issue, and I can respect that. They definitely need to work on that more. Hopefully now they've learned from their mistakes and are going to be implementing better communication in the future. It's easy to get in-game content in our game, and in the case of items that have been in the game for a long time, that's fine. We all have free-to-play events, offer wall, reward ads, daily rewards, gem boosters, and other stuff, but new content should not be acquired easily and quickly. There should be competition for it. We must achieve something and earn it. I can actually agree with that. I think it makes sense that newer weapons should be harder to get than older ones. However, let me just say, there is very little competition in this game. It's more of just like very repetitive grinding, and so there definitely needs to be some kind of rework, which I've been suggesting for a while now. And also, using offer wall as an excuse to raising prices does not make sense. It cannot make sense, and I will show you guys why. So again, I have this bug. It is a bug apparently, where offer wall is not available, and if you guys have this bug like me, you have to restart your game. But that's just annoying. But if you guys don't know, basically the Android offer wall allows you guys to get thousands and thousands of gems for free by completing free offers from other games or websites. However, on iOS, that is not the case. You guys will see that I am probably getting, I think the most was that 4,000 one right there, which actually says complete an action, which might be a purchase, but most of these are make a purchase for the high amounts of gems. And I'm not getting nearly as much as I would on Android. So as you guys can see, it is much harder to get gems on iOS than on Android. So where, yeah, Android players might be able to buy a weapon for 700 gems, iOS players are not. In fact, up until this morning, or up until a couple days ago when I requested gems for a live stream, I only had about 2,000 gems to my name, which is kind of crazy. So anyways, let's continue. We put our heart and soul into the creation of new things that can please you and make the game more interesting. That's why we also decided to use the common practice that new things cost a bit more. I remember clearly that most of our community agreed with this. Now, I have a feeling that most of their community means like a select group of people they have for feedback, and not the entire community. Because, I mean, anyone with eyes can see that the community is definitely not on board with this. Most of the community disagrees with this, actually. It's very obvious. I can just go into here and see that there are very, very mad people in weapons and loadouts right now. And then he goes on to say, as for this particular event with current chest prices, the average free-to-play player like me or any of you will need to win about 10 to 15% more matches. Again, we went over this. That doesn't make sense in terms of the lottery. Maybe that's true for the event set, even though they doubled the prices. I don't understand how their math works, because it doesn't make sense when they decreased the rewards by 25 to 75%, but you only need to win 10 to 15% more matches. I don't see the logic in that. For every 10 matches, you need to win about 1.5 or more, so in this case, the changes are really minimal. So I appreciate that they acknowledged that there is a communication issue and that they went to clarify this. However, I feel like their clarification is just wrong and it doesn't solve any problems, actually. And again, even content creators like me, in fact all content creators, were left in the dust that this was going to happen, so we can't really support what they're doing. I mean, it doesn't make logical sense to support what they're doing. I mean, I actually agree, yes, newer weapons should be harder to earn, but I think the execution was very, very poor on this. I just think it's hilarious that literally no one's talking about ultimatum returning. Usually when ultimatum returns, that's the thing that players care about. But no, players care about like the insane new changes to the lottery and to the event set. I mean, that is crazy. I mean, 160 gems. Okay, I'm gonna spend gems really quick. So once you pay for that, yeah, it's 200 gems now. I just got 20 corn for that. Hey, do I get rewards? Heck yeah. I get XP boosters, and I don't need XP boosters. Yay. How many XP boosters do I have? A lot. Okay. Whoa, actually, that's not nearly as much as I thought. So yeah, basically, the community is kind of an outrage right now, and I can understand why. But the best thing we can do, I guess, right now is give some feedback and hopefully try and keep it civil. You can leave your ideas down in the comments, but basically the purpose of this video is to give a voice to people that, like, you know, have a hard time giving a voice because I have a bigger platform and the developers watch my videos. So hopefully things will be fixed and communication will be improved, because those are definitely the major problems right now. It's just lack of communication or preparation. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up the video there. Don't forget to subscribe for tomorrow's video where I go over the new cluster grenade, even though I'm pretty sure it's going to suck. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna buy it right now because, wow, just getting 20 corn things reduced my gem count by like 300. So yeah, I'm gonna buy these really quick and we're gonna see, like, does that, oh my gosh. All right, I don't even have the cluster grenade. What the heck? Where is it? I have it received, but that bug just got rid of it. I don't actually have the cluster grenade. It's not here. Okay, what? All right, there's definitely a change that needs to be fixed right there. Players aren't even getting that's not it. That's the flash grenade. Yeah, it's not here. What is going on? All right, I need to get that taken care of. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe for tomorrow's video. I'll get the cluster grenade. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'll see you guys all later. Bye-bye.